All right, 1 2 1 2. Hello, 1 2. Now where am I? Okay, I guess right there.
You can mute the other ones if you want. Not that they'll really capture anything, but.
All right, come on. There we go.
Yeah, just mute those just in case. You never know.
I'd probably get rid of those because I don't even know what those. Okay, Speedle, that's the camera.
We'll clean them later. Right now, it's just get the live stream going.
Yeah. If this picks up any audio, I'll take that too. Okay, 1 2 3. Now, what do we do here? Are we all set on the scoreboard?
Oh, it might be live. It might already be live, actually. Yeah.
Okay, so I got to do this. I can't have a separate one. Okay. Thank you. Would I rather see the YouTube or the OBS? Okay. Oh, look at you. You just know. Aiden Jabara, line drive off the glove. And into short left field. The ball gets away from the third baseman. And Jabara, quick on his feet, goes down to second base. Run comes in, and it's 2-0. Okay. So no RBI for Jabara. And we are finally here. Whew. I tell you. Live streaming on the fly, learning on the fly. That'll bring up Madden Akko, who grew up not too far from here, went to Notre Dame High School, and is on his way to Fordham University in New Jersey. Curveball way outside. Score is 2-0. Actually, would take one away there. With one out and a 3-0 count to Akko. So 2-0 is the count. 2-1. Glad you joined us on the YouTube channel for the Ventura County Pirates Baseball Club. That's our handle. Curveball. And that settles low. It's now 3-1. Akko playing third base today. Had a good game yesterday, so he earned himself a start. Now he hits it high and deep into center field, and back goes Leo. Makes the catch, but on the play, both runners tag. One run scores, and Jabara goes down to third base. And Omar Cisneros makes it 3-0 in favor of the Pirates here in the second inning. So sac fly for Madden Akko. So that makes it 2 down. And 3-0's our score. Top of the order, Jovan Camacho, who bounced out to second base to lead off the game. So the team that the Pirates are playing today is the team from the Philippines. Just Philippine baseball team is their name. They got some of the classic colors of the Philippines, red and gold and blue. And their head coach is Bill Pickett's, who was the head coach for the World Baseball Classic National Philippine team. Way outside, 2-1. But he's not here today, or else we would have interviewed him. We'll see if we can arrange that. That would be an interesting story to find out how he got from the World Baseball Classic to here in Winnetka at L.A. Pierce College. Here comes the 2-1 with 2 down. That's outside. So the Philippines will introduce you to them. Let's see what happens on this pitch at 3-1 with 2 outs to Jovan Camacho and a 3-0 Pirates lead. This one's fouled back. So it's 3-2. Drew Devera is in left field. Stefan Leo is in center field. And Jack Cascayella is in right field. Here comes the pitch from Ethan Loberton, and that's ball 4. So assistant pitcher Will Picketts goes out to talk to his pitcher, Ethan Loberton. With runners at first and third. So it's 2 down, and coach just wanted to have a word with his pitcher, Ethan Leviton. Now let's introduce you to the Philippines infield. Elijah Pascal is at third base. Devon Devera is at short. And the Sarmiento brothers on the right side of the infield. It's Enrico Sarmiento at second and Franco Sarmiento at first. With 2 down, Quint Landis steps in, and he hits it high and deep into left field. Devera goes back to the wall. It's off the wall, and that's going to clear the bases. In to score is Aiden Jabara, followed by Jovan Camacho on the booming double by Quint Landis off the left field wall. Makes it 4-0. It's 5-0. I'll be able to count by the end of this broadcast. So 2 RBI for Landis, and in steps Jesse Gadd. First pitch to Jesse, in for a strike. Jesse flew out to center field his first time up. The way that the Pirates were batting today in batting practice, hitting today in batting practice, just had a feeling there were going to be some long hits today. And it's 1-1 to Gadd. Gadd playing first base today, with Madanatko playing at third base. That one just outside and a little low. 2-1. The count to Gadd, 5-0 in favor of the Pirates. All 5 runs scored here in the second inning. Ethan Lobaton steps off the rubber. The catcher for Lobaton is Ben Sawyer. Lobaton took care of the Pirates in the first inning, only giving up a walk and a stolen base. Next one is a ground ball to second. Sarmiento with it. Waits for his brother to get over to first, and that'll do it. 4-3 on the putout, but one of the biggest innings of the year. 5 runs on 4 hits, and a runner left. Will go to the top of the 3rd inning, and the Pirates with a 5-0 lead.
If we're going to operate the scoreboard, please let's do it right. Okay? Let's pay attention, make sure that we have the counts, outs, and everything correct, please. Okay?
We're still learning this board.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Only because nothing pisses off an umpire more than the number of times he winds up having to correct a scoreboard count. Okay? That's all. That's all.
It's Coots.
Hey.
It's Coots up to bat. He's playing first. And they changed it up on us. They changed up the lineup on us. So.
Oh, you mean that's the corrected lineup?
Yeah. So Coots or Kurtz is playing first.
Okay, so we've got Gonzaga at 3rd.
Yeah, Gonzaga's playing 3rd. Elijah Pasick is playing 2nd. And the Sarmiento brothers, I guess, are subs.
Gonzaga, do we have his first name? No.
No. Neither do we have Kurtz.
And Pascal is at 2nd, you say?
Yeah.
And number 32, Kurtz. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. And Mr. Kurtz leads off the top of the 2nd inning. Bottom of the 2nd inning. Glad you joined us on the Ventura County Pirates Baseball Club YouTube channel. Next pitch is way outside. And we'll effort to get the name of Mr. Kurtz, who was a late substitution in the lineup. Also, the 3rd baseman's last name is Gonzaga. Or Gonzaga. 1-2 now to Kurtz. On the mound for the Pirates is Aiden Melendrez. Melendrez was our flame of the game yesterday. Came in relief and slammed the door on the Biscuits. 2-2 now to Kurtz. Count is full. 5 runs on 3 hits for the Pirates, all in the 1st inning. I have 4 hits, though, but no, still. We'll go over that between innings. But a leadoff walk puts the Philippines right in position, and Ben Sawyer, the catcher, steps in. Looks at ball 1. Jesse Gadd playing at first base today, holding on the base runner Kurtz. That ball is outside. Pitch is outside, 2-0. For the Pirates in the outfield, it's Jackson Benatar in left, Dan Lockery in center, and Jovan Camacho in right field. Here comes the pitch from Melendrez. Line drive into left field for a base hit right in front of Benatar. So the first 2 Philippines baseball team players get on base, and that'll bring up Drew De Vera. Drew playing left field today for the Philippines. Breaking ball in for a strike. Bottom of the second, 0-1 with 2 on for the Philippines, and just inside. And it's 1-1. On the infield for the Pirates, it's Madden Notco at third, Omar Cisneros at short, Quint Landis is at second, and Jesse Gadd is at first. Behind the plate is Andrew Buglino. And on the mound, it's Aiden Melendrez. Brandon Gonzaga. And, okay. Okay, so now we just need Mr. Kurtz's first name. And I'm sorry, I was reading a note from our assistant general manager, David. What happened there?
So there was a pop fly to center, and the runner at second tagged up and advanced to third, so 1 out.
Okay. So fly to 8. And Kurtz advances down to third base. And 1 down. So a runner in scoring position. And a strike called on Jack Coscoyela. And it's 0-1. Fastball up high and tight. 1-1. Pirate infield. Pinch in second base, looking for 2. High and tight again. And it's 2-1 with 1 down. Melendrez has given up 2 hits and 2 walks and has struck out 1. Here comes the 2-1. Nice stop by Andrew Buglino at catcher. As that one was in the dirt. A run scores if that gets away from him, and now it's 3-1. Right down the middle, 3-2. So we're going to watch the runner at first base, Ben Sawyer, to see if he goes. Or check that. Yeah, Ben Sawyer. And that one's outside, ball 4. So Sawyer will go down to second base, and now the bases are loaded. With Kurtz at third, Sawyer at second, and Coscoyela at first. Now George Verneau, the general manager and head coach for the Pirates, goes out to talk to his young pitcher, Aiden Melendrez. I want to tell you, if you want to get some Pirate gear, if you've been to a game, or if you're watching here on the Ventura County Pirates Baseball Club YouTube channel, you see that they're wearing the red hats with the handsome VC logo on the front. And you can buy a hat, either a red one or a black one. Just come to the home game at LA Valley College. We'll be there Saturday at 11 o'clock for a doubleheader. And we'll set you up with a red and a black hat. Why not? Curveball stays inside. 1-0 to the top of the order, and Stefan Leo. Leo playing center field. Swings and misses. And it's 1-1. With one down, bases loaded. No runs in for the Philippines, and a swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. So Melendrez one pitch away from getting out of this bases loaded mess. Pops it up. This is short right field. Who has it? Jovan Camacho says he does. And here comes the tag. A beautiful throw right to Andrew Buglino. And out at home is Kurtz. What a great throw by Jovan Camacho to end the threat, the bases loaded threat. And Bugsy, all he did was catch it and just show the ball to Kurtz and said, yeah, I'm not going to run into you. But a great throw by Jovan Camacho. No runs on one hit and two left. We go to the top of the third inning with the Pirates still leading 5-0.
I meant to hit the out, but I accidentally advanced the inning. How do I take that back and put the 0 underneath the 2?
Underneath the 2, so you
Yeah.
so
So
if
I
you're
accidentally-
currently in inning 4.
Yeah,
and
but
you
it put the 0 in inning 3, which it needs to be in 0
So
inning 2.
you can't really like delete it. You can just like change the inning. So edit,
Okay.
go to the inning, change it to 3.
Okay. Well, now we're at the top of the third. Yeah, go to 2 and then. Okay, and then. Yeah, home didn't get any. I want to put it 0. Okay. Okay. Wow. I got some. Okay, nice. Benatar up 0 for 1. Jackson Benatar up, he's 0 for 1.
Top of the third inning we go. Jackson Benatar pops this one up. It's out of play. Jack Kurtz is the man who was out at home. Benatar 0 for 1. He struck out back in the first inning. And then inside outs this pitch into right field for a leadoff base hit. That'll bring up Andrew Buglino and then Sean Mann. And now that Benatar's on base, Dan Lockery is also there, followed by Omar Cisneros, Aiden Jabara, and Madanako. Popped up by Buglino. Kurtz comes in and says he has it and puts it away. So a foul out for Buglino. Jackson Benatar stays at first, and that'll bring up Sean Mann. Sean struck out looking back in the second inning and looks at strike one. Gets his sign from George Verneau. Coaching over at first base is Scotty Egan. 5 runs on 5 hits for the Pirates. Big looping curveball that stays out of the strike zone. 1-1. Runner at first is Benatar, and yeah, he is a threat to steal. Fastball in on the hands, and that's pulled foul. 1-2. One and two with one down. Philippines looking for a double play. Mann is trying not to accommodate them. And that's fouled back to the screen. Ball is outside. It's 2-2. Camacho at first with his lead, decent lead, curveball, and that's tapped foul up the third baseline past George Verneau. Remains 2-2 with one down. Mann should be familiar with this field. This is his home field. Plays here at L.A. Pierce College and fouls this one back, or down the line. Just north of the Philippines dugout. Joe Kelly Field. No, not the Dodgers Joe Kelly, or the White Sox Joe Kelly. Used to be a Dodger, used to be a Red Sox. But right now, Lobitron gets Mann, and stealing the base at second is Jackson Benatar. So second time in a row that Sean Mann is struck out looking. So it's 2 down for Dan Lockery, who had a single and scored in the 5-run second. Big looping curveball stays out of the strike zone. 1-0 to Lockery, who went to Illinois State Division I school out of the MAC conference. Line drive, and that goes right into the glove of Devon DeVera. And that'll end the inning, or end the top of the third inning. No runs on hit and a man left as we go into the bottom of the third inning, with the Pirates leading 5-0. Mom and Dad Jabara got to go. So they're gone. And we'll be right back.
New pitcher, it's Yuji Sakani.
Thank you, sir.
Melendrez had 1 strikeout. Gave up 2 hits. And had 3 walks. No runs. When they change pitchers, I'll go, when the Philippines change pitchers, I'll run up and ask what the pitcher's name is.
Okay. So I kind of like this computer because you can just tap it.
Yeah, it's a touchscreen.
Yeah. So in the second inning, I had leadoff single, then a single, then a double,
And a double.
then an
then the E6.
error,
Yeah.
and then another double.
Okay, yeah, and I fixed it. So yeah, there should be 5 hits total.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, 6 now. So there's a leadoff single to right in the third
yeah,
inning.
So I got. So I have 4 hits that happened in the second.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
You're
so
right.
yeah, there's 5 total.
Okay, 5 total.
And Jabbar getting the error, that does not count as an RBI.
No.
It was an error.
Right.
So Yuji Sakane.
Bottom of the third inning, Yuji Sakane taking over on the mound for Aiden Melendrez, and he will face Thade Miller. Swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. Elijah Pascal and Devin DeVera. Sakane didn't fare well in his last outing, but has a nice fastball there that's foul tipped into the glove of Buglino. And it's 0-2. Fastball outside. It's 1-2, just the start of the bottom of the third inning. Aiden Melendrez went 2 innings, gave up no runs on 2 hits, struck out 1 and walked 3. This one's inside out of the other way, knocked down by Gadd. He picks it up and takes it himself. Nice play by Jesse. That's a lot of work for an unassisted play. He knocked the ball down. It was a fair ball, and the right field line hit the other way by Miller, and then decided to take it himself once he caught up with the ball. That'll bring up Elijah Pascal, who is 1 for 1, had a base hit back in the first inning, and he went the other way to right field. 1 down to Sakane, and a nice curveball in for a strike. Here comes the 0-1 in the dirt. And this is something different for the Pirates. They're playing on a dirt infield. They're used to LA Valley College, which is a very clean, spick and span, all turf field. Here comes the 1-1. Called strike 2, another off-speed pitch. And the 1-2, that's fouled off to the right side and out of play. So it remains 1-2. with nobody out. Wait, there's one out. This one's sent into the gap in right field. On the run is Jovan Camacho and runs it down nicely. Jovan Camacho had to get on his motor scooter and really motor after that one. And he snagged it down, hunted it down, and found it. So now it's 2 down. And that'll bring up Devin DeVera. DeVera walked in the first inning. Curveball that bends inside for ball 1. 5-0, bottom of the 3rd inning. Pirates with the lead over the Philippines with 2 down. Here's the pitch. 1-1. 1-1 with 2 down. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 to DeVera. Sakani with the 1-2 with 2 down. Swing and a miss as the ball is in the dirt. Buglino has to pick it up and throw to first, so it's a strikeout. 2-3 to end the inning for the Philippines. 1-2-3 go the Philippines. And a nice pitching performance there in the bottom of the 3rd inning by Yuji Sakani. And we'll go to the top of the 4th inning. And the score, 5-0 Pirates.
Looks like Ethan Lobaton's going back up there.
Yeah, I think he's going to be out there a while. I don't think they have too many guys.
Yeah, it's kind of how it was for the Bucks yesterday, and they had position players. They didn't have the pitcher. The pitchers didn't come, so they had position players pitching the whole game. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if they just said, "Hey, pitchers, don't come." Yeah, it was all position players.
Man.
Looks like, if I can read this correctly, it looks like now Franco Sarmiento is at first. Let's see, 37.
Okay. His brother at second.
Looks like his brother's playing short. I can't tell.
Number 38.
Okay, so it looks like the Sarmiento brothers are up at first and second, respectively.
Is that 38 out there at second?
Yeah,
Think
looks
so.
like it.
Yeah, okay. So we have some defensive changes for the Philippines. As the first pitch to Cisneros, Omar Cisneros is up and in around the chin. And it's 1-0. Now it's 1-1. Cisneros had an RBI double back in the 2nd inning and came around to score on Aiden Jabara's at bat that ended up being an error. Now it's 2-1. Those defensive changes are Enrico Sarmiento at second and Franco Sarmiento at first. This is grounded to short. It's picked up by Ventura. Slings it across to Sarmiento for the out. That'll bring up Aiden Jabara. Aiden is the extra hitter today for the Pirates. And again, since this is just a short summer season, sometimes these teams will allow 10 hitters. So there's a designated hitter and an extra hitter. So it's 1-0 to Jabara. Swings and misses at a curveball. A little bit up in the strike zone. And Jabara swung underneath it. So now it's 1-1 with one down. 5-0 Pirates, top of the fourth inning. Another breaking ball, and that's outside. Jabara steps back in. Ben Sawyer flashing the signs out to Ethan Lobaton. This is a curveball that's sent high and foul just beyond the Pirates' dugout. So it's 2-2 with one out. Jabara trying to follow up his single with another, or his on base. His hard line drive to shortstop that Ventura couldn't handle. It was turned into an error, and now it's 3-2. And Jabara came around to score. Fouled this one off, and it's still 3-2. It's all the learning process of how to handle a wooden bat. Here comes the 3-2 pitch with one out. Pirates leading 5-0. And it's called strike three, and that was a good pitch. Good enough not to take. So fourth strikeout for Lobaton, and the second out. It's the bottom of the order now, and Matamanco, who fouls the first pitch off. And it's 0-1 with two down. Lobaton with the pitch. Ground ball, short hopped by Ventura, throws it across, and it can't get picked up by Sarmiento on the other side, and down to second goes Matamanco. And that was close anyway. So going to give that a hit. Throwing error? Okay. Boy, you're tough. All right. E6. Second error on the Philippines, but a two-out something for the Pirates. Now it's the top of the order, and Jovan Camacho steps in. He's had two at-bats. He's 0 for 1 and hits this hard but foul down the left field line. So it's 0-1 to Jovan, who bounced out to second to start off the game and walked and scored in the second. Here's the 0-1 on the outside part of the plate. Stays outside, 1-1. Otko at second. Lobotron looks at him, and then the ball is up high, 2-1. Here's the pitch. Down low for a ball 3. So it's 3-1. The lefty, Jovan Camacho, against the righty, Ethan Lobaton. Otko at second. Ball pulled, and it's picked up by Sarmiento. And he steps on the bag, and that'll end the mini threat. 3 unassisted on the putout. No runs, no hits, a runner left at second. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning with the Pirates leading the Philippines 5-0. Okay. So let me see, 26. Omar Cisneros, okay. Omar Cisneros is at second base now. Yuji Sakani is on the mound again for his second inning of work. And it's 1-1 to the leadoff hitter, Enrico Sarmiento, taking over for Brandon Gonzaga in the lineup. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So Yuji's not wasting any time. As soon as the batter gets in the box, he's ready to go. Here comes the 1-2. Strike 3, says Paul Cohen, right down the middle. Paul Cohen is umping at home plate, and on the bases is Carlos Astorga. So 2 strikeouts for Sakani. And Franco Sarmiento steps in the box, taking over for Jack Kurtz. Next pitch is a ball, 1-1. Sakani throws another strike. Quite a difference from the last time we saw him. That's 1-2. Lots of strikes by Sakani with one down. The Sarmiento brothers were due to start this game, but they were late. This one's grounded to third base, picked up by Akko, waits it to come to him, and throws him out. Aiden Jabara is now at first base. And we'll see if that's Jesse Gadd or still Akko at third base. Ben Sawyer with his second at bat swings and misses with two down. Fastball outside. And Jesse Gadd does move over to third base for Akko. Two and one now to Sawyer, who singled to left field his first time up. The first two batters in the Sarmiento brothers spots, Brandon Gonzaga struck out to end the first inning. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss. And two strikeouts in the inning. And another 1-2-3 inning for Yuji Sakani. 3 strikeouts overall for Yuji. 1-2-3 go the Philippines. And it's still 5-0 in favor of the Pirates over the Philippines. But just wanted to do a postscript on the first two batters, or the starters for Sarmiento brothers. Brandon Gonzaga goes to Lewis and Clark, one of the better D2 schools, and also is a product of Notre Dame High School, along with Mad Notco. And then Jack Kurtz, who started at first base for the Philippines, walked and then was cut down at home after trying to tag up on a flyout. Stefan Leo flew out to Jovan Camacho, and Camacho threw a strike from right field. And it was on the line to Buglino. And that ended the threat in the second inning. And now we're going to go to the top of the fifth inning, with the Pirates leading 5-0. Do you want to switch? Are you okay? Or okay. Yeah, now that you just got it. Yeah, right. Quint Landis steps in. He's 1 for 1 with a walk, a stolen base, and a 2-run double. Looks at ball one from Ethan Lobaton, who's in his 5th inning of work, might be running out of gas. What's your last name, David?
D'Amico.
David D'Amico joining us. He's an intern Longhorn intern from the University of Texas
Maverick.
at
Arlington.
Maverick. He's a Maverick at Arlington.
Yeah. Adam is from Texas.
Yeah, that's right. Adam is UT. Line drive just foul by Landis, who really smashed that one. But it's just a long, hard strike. Quint's dad, Kip, is here. He's in the house. Curveball, and that stays outside. That seemed like that hit every part of the plate but in the strike zone. It's 3-2 with no outs. Landis calls for time. That Lobaton was taking a little bit too much time. But Ethan has 4 strikeouts. This one sent high and deep, but foul. So the second long foul by Quint, who's graduated from Pepperdine. Now he pops it into center field, and that's a leadoff base hit. So Landis smashes a couple of foul balls down the left field line and then loops one into center field, but he'll take it. "5-0 Pirates with the lead, nobody out, top of the 5th inning. Jesse Gadd now at third base. And he sends it the other way into left field. Back for it goes to Vera and puts it away for the first out. That'll bring up Jackson Benatar, playing in left field today for the Pirates. Looks down at George Freneau coaching at third base for the sign. Quint Landis over at first base with the leadoff single. And almost a sidearm fastball, and that finds the strike zone, 0-1. Landis with a good lead now at first, being held on by Sarmiento. He goes. The pitch is a ball, and the throw is too late and into center field. And Landis gets up and goes to third. So it's a stolen base, and then a throwing error on the catcher Sawyer. And the count is 1-1 with 1 out. So a runner at third. And Lobaton is asked to move the rosin bag behind the mound so no one can see it from home plate or be interfered with if the ball hits it. Curveball in for a strike. 1-2 to Benatar. Runner at third, and now the ball is pulled foul and caught in a rundown as Landis as he went on contact, and now he's tagged out by Pascal. Nice job by Elijah Pascal. So Benatar is on first on the fielder's choice. Landis is out 5 unassisted. So with 2 down, that brings up Andrew Buglino Nice block on that pitch by Sawyer. And it's 0-1. Or 1-0, pardon me. Maglino was 1 for 2, had a base hit to lead off the second, came around to score, then popped out foul to Kurtz at first base and down to stolen base there. Jackson Benatar just took off. He was halfway to second base by the time Lobaton threw the pitch. But it's 2 down. And a 1-1 count to Andrew Maglino, who has home run power. Already has one this year. Fouls this one back. Jack Kurtz replenishing the baseball bag of Paul Cohen. Carlos Astorga is upping the bases. Maglino calls time. There are a few bugs out here today. That's what happens when you have real grass. You get real bugs. Here comes the 1-2 with 2 down. Man at second is Benatar. Maglino waiting for the pitch. It's up high. 2-2. Sean Mann would be next. Here comes the 2-2 with 2 down. Man at second. Curveball stays up. 3-2. So 3-2 with 2 down. Jackson Benatar is going to be off with the pitch. Lobaton trying to keep him close. Then the fastball is called strike 3. Maglino was on his way to first base before Paul Cohen called strike 3. And there's nothing that, well, I can think of a few things that irk an umpire more. But one of them is leaving to go to first base before the call is made. So 5th strikeout for Ethan Lobaton. And we're going to get a new pitcher for the Pirates after this break. Yeah. Oops. Hey, boss. Have you checked the feed? Is it any good? Okay. No. I'm just axing. It's just spinning here, but.
Yeah, it always does that.
Okay.
But that's no big deal.
Sean Mr. Man taking over on the mound for the Pirates after Yuji Sakani went 2 perfect innings. Drew DeVera fouls this one off of himself, and it's 0-1. Thanks for joining us on the Ventura County Pirates Baseball Club YouTube channel. Ground ball on a hop to Quint Landis. No, that's not Landis out there. That's Aiden Melendrez. 4-3 on the putout. First pitch to the next batter, Jack Cascayella. And it's 1-0. Fastball misses the strike zone, 1-1. Or was that a strike? Okay. Didn't hear the umpire. Must have been a dog whistle he used. This one's a line drive into right field, and coming on to make the catch is Camacho. Nicely done. He's made 2 terrific catches out there today. That's one. Then the other one was back in the 3rd inning when he made a running catch into right center field to rob extra bases of Elijah Pascal. But then the play, defensive play of probably the year. It's the first pitch from Mann is a strike to Stefan Leo. There was this one's fouled back, 0-2. Better tell this one hurry before the next pitch. But Camacho made the catch with the runner at third. Runner tagged at third. Camacho threw a strike to Andrew Buglino, and he was just standing there waiting for the runner to come home. And that one is called strike 3. And Leo knew it. So 1, 2, 3 go the Philippines to Sean Mann. And the pitchers are cruising here now. We're going to the top of the 6th inning with the Pirates leading the Philippines 5-0. Got a new pitcher or same?
No, still the same guy. Some issues because Sean Mann pitched, and wondering if he's allowed to hit.
Sure he is. He was the designated hitter, so I don't know.
Fix whatever that was.
Top of the 6th inning we go on the Ventura County Pirates Baseball Club YouTube channel. First pitch to Sean Mann is a ball. Sean, the designated hitter, now pitcher, looks at ball 2. Versatile young man, 6'3", 200-pounder. Played his ball here at Pierce College. Now he taps this one up the third baseline. Picked up by Lobaton in his sixth inning of work. Beats it out. So that's a leadoff single for Mann and the Pirates, and that'll bring up Dan Lockery. Lockery is 1 for 2. Had a base hit to center back in the second inning and came around to score, then lined out to the shortstop. Curveball in for a strike. 0-1 to Lockery, who has signs of breaking out of that slump, hitting the ball hard twice today. Here comes the 0-1 with no outs. A runner at first, and Lockery was on that curveball, but just couldn't catch up with it. Fouls it back. It's 0-2. Well, he did catch up with it. He just a little bit underneath it. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. That's been the Achilles heel of Dan so far this summer, is lots of strikeouts. But we've also seen him hit the ball very hard and is a better than average center fielder, a very good center fielder. So 1 down. And that'll bring up Omar Cisneros. Omar playing second base now. Looks at the first pitch for a ball. Cisneros had an RBI double off the wall in left field and then bounced out to shortstop in the 4th. This one's grounded and backhanded by DeVera, but the ball and so it's a fielder's choice. The runner at second is safe, and Sean Mann, he beat the throw. DeVera really only had that one play as he stopped it from possibly Sean Mann going from first to third. So a good play by DeVera keeps the runners close, and that'll bring up Aiden Jabara, who's now playing first base. Curveball, and that's sent into the gap in right field, and this one could be extra bases. Rounding third and coming home is Mann. Here comes Omar Cisneros. He's going to score, and it's 7-0 on the RBI double by Aiden Jabara. And what a beautiful bit of hitting by Aiden. That was a curveball. He waited on it and sent it down into right center field. So a little squib single started things off, and then a fielder's choice on a deep ground ball. And it looks like we're going to get a new pitcher as Ethan Lobaton is going to come out of the game. Well, what a great job he did today, though. As he gets a nice hand. And did you happen to get the substitutes for the...
He didn't write the pitch.
I didn't think he wrote them in there.
I'll go ask him.
Thank you. Yeah, Ben's going. Actually, you can stay here. Ben's going to go. Maybe Ben will come over here. So 5 1/3 goes Lobaton.
Five strikeouts.
6 strikeouts. Won this inning and gave up 8 hits.
How many walks?
I see 1, 2 walks. Bet is that Jaden Ranieri? Thank you. Do you know him?
A little bit.
Thank you. Jaden Ranieri. So Jaden Ranieri takes over with his beautiful blonde hair. First batter he'll face is Madanako, who doesn't have an official. Well, he's 0 for 1. He had a sacrifice fly back in the second inning, and then was on an error back in the fourth inning when was stranded at second. First pitch from Ranieri is in for a ball in this one. Sawyer couldn't handle, but it's called a strike, 1-1. 7-0 in favor of the Pirates. Aiden Jabara with a big 2-run double is out at second base. Fastball, and that's low. Now Jabara, all 6'7", arms and legs. Looks like he's trying to hide behind base umpire Carlos Astorga, all 5'5"-ish. Next pitch, and that's a ball. 3-1 now to Madanako. Good game for Jabara today. Look out. Akko gets out of the way of that pitch. So we have runners at first and second with 1 out. And the top of the order, Jovan Camacho. Definitely our defensive player of the game. Fastball is down low and outside to Camacho, 0-1, or 1-0, pardon me. Camacho in his third plate appearance is 0 for 2. That pitch was over but low. 2-0. Camacho bounced out to second in the first inning, walked and scored in the second, and bounced out to first base. Now he goes the other way. Inside out's this pitch into left field. Jabara is going to test the left field to Vera, and Vera bobbles the ball, and Jabara cruises home to make it 8-0 Pirates. George Verneau, as soon as Jabara got down to third base, says, "Go on home." And he did. So for Camacho, that's an RBI. Going the other way. Over to second goes Otko. And this one's popped up on the infield. Pascal says he has it and puts it away for the second out. And that was Quint Landis. Landis having himself a whale of a ball game. Walked and stole second in the first, had a 2-run double in the second, and then had a single back in the 5th inning. Now Jesse Gadd steps in. So 2 down, 1-0 to Gadd, who is 0 for 3 on the outside corner. Nice strike. So Ranieri trying to find his strike zone. Not only has to find it with himself, but also home plate umpire Paul Cohen. Grounded at the plate, or fouled at the plate. And it's 1-2. Jesse Gadd trying to get on the hit board. 2 runners on. Smashes this one down the right field line, but that's foul. It stays 1-2. Big 2-run double in the inning by Aiden Jabara. He scored on the RBI single by Jovan Camacho. Madden Otko's at second, with Camacho at first, and Jesse Gadd with a 1-2 count with 2 out, trying to get somebody in. Fastball, and that's bounced up the first baseline. And a nice sliding stop by Ben Sawyer. And that'll do it. A nice play by Sawyer. 1-3 on the putout. And the Pirates score 3 runs on 2 hits and leave 2. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th with the Pirates leading now 8-0 over the Philippines. Now, we couldn't put this broadcast together without a lot of folks, and I want to thank one of our special technical people, John Legg from Huntington Beach, as Thade Miller looks at strike 1 from Sean Mann. This one's just low. So John Legg helping us out with our Wi-Fi problems. And we are running a little slow today, and he just sent us a text message saying, you may experience some slowness today. Yeah, we have. It was so slow we were 2 innings late getting on the air. Oh well, such is technology, right? At least we're happy to bring these games to you all season long. This one's sent to right field the other way as Camacho puts that one away. What a game he's had. So 1 down. And again, thank you very much, John Legg, for all of your help. Elijah Pascal steps in. He's 1 for 1. He's a right-handed batter, but as Bob Uecker would say, just a bit outside. Pascal is 1 for 2. Had a base hit to right in the first inning, and then a dazzling play by Jovan Camacho to run down a fly ball into right center field almost at the warning track. Here comes the 1-1. This one's hit up in the air into left field, and putting it away is Jackson Benatar. So 2 down. That brings up Devin DeVera. DeVera is 0 for 1 with a walk. Struck out back in the 3rd inning to end things. Man, fastball. A couple of hops to Melendrez, and he slings it over to Jabara, and that'll do it. 4-3 on the putout for the Philippines. Another 1-2-3 inning for Pirate pitching. That's 4 in a row. So Pirates pitching ever since Yuji Sakane came on has just been lights out. As we go to the top of the 7th inning, the Pirates still lead 3, how about 8-0. Sheesh. Now I need some coffee.
That's 13 straight batters retired. Yeah, I'm picking up some good insight from you, and taking note of like how you're calling and trying to relay it for when I will call Saturday.
Okay, good. Anything I can help you with, if you got my number, let me know,
Oh, for sure.
So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you guys.
And it's best to stay calm no matter the situation.
Hey, it's baseball. It is baseball. And it's going to be Jackson Benatar, Andrew Berglino, and Sean Mann in that order, facing Jaden Ranieri in his 2nd inning of work. First pitch is in for a ball. Second pitch, and that's in the dirt. 1-1. Outside, ball 3. Ranieri maybe overthrowing just a bit. his second walk of his trip to the mound. And looks like we have a pinch hitter for Buglino. Brody Brown will come in. In the 7th inning, Andrew Buglino was 1 for 3. Bugsy led off the 2nd inning with a base hit to left field and then came around to score, then popped out to the foul to the first baseman and struck out looking to end the 5th. So Brody Brown will mop up behind the plate. Ranieri not overthrowing that time and finding the strike zone, 0-1. Look out. That ball goes all the way to the backstop. And on the wild pitch, Benatar goes to second base. So 1-1, nobody out, 8-0 Pirates in the top of the 7th inning. Eight runs on 9 hits for the Pirates. No runs on 2 hits and 2 errors for the Philippines. 2-1 now on the ball low and outside from Ranieri to Brody Brown. Pinch hitting for Andrew Buglino. Overthrowing that fastball, and it gets away from Sawyer. And down to third base goes Benatar. Takes a look at coming home, but thinks better of it. So 2 wild pitches. And Benatar is 90 feet away from scoring without a hit. 3-2. Three and two, nobody out. Runner now at third. And a base hit into center field by Brody Brown. Scoring easily is Benatar, and it makes it 9-0. So an RBI single by Brown makes it 9-0, and the fastball overthrown again as Sean Mann steps in. Mann is 1 for 3. Nobody out. Brody Brown and is at first base, and Sean Mann had to duck under that one. It's 2-0. Now Will Picketts goes out to talk to young Jaden Ranieri, trying to calm him down. Jaden looks good out there, but just been overthrowing the ball. And the Pirates have been taking advantage of it. They've been jumping all over things. So The first 8 runs were all charged to Ethan Lobaton, who went 5 1/3, gave up 8 runs on 8 hits, struck out 6 though, and walked 2. Sean Mann with a 2-0 count on him with nobody down. Runner at first, and this one's hit high and deep into left field. Drew DeVera goes back, and this one's gone. A home run for Sean Mann. A 2-run shot, and that makes it 11-0 Pirates. So, man, a no-doubter. Got a fastball belt high and took care of it. 330 down the left field line. That had to be at least 350. And Dan Lockery pops it foul, and that goes out of play just behind the Pirates' dugout. So a 2-run home run. Scores Brody Brown from first base, who had an RBI single to score Jackson Benatar. Then Sean Mann just helped his own cause as he's pitching now as well. One and one now to Dan Lockery, who's opened up his stance a little bit. Fastball is down low. 2-1. There you go. Nice release point. Kept the ball in the strike zone. And 2-2 now to Dan Lockery. Inside with the fastball. Three-2 to Lockery, who is 1 for 2 today. Fouls this one at the plate. Remains 3-2 with nobody out. Overthrown for ball 4. So Lockery earning his way on that way with the walk. That'll bring up Arton Bagian to pinch hit for Omar Cisneros. And he'll probably take over in the field as well. And we'll see if it's at second. Straight switch for Cisneros for Bagian. Or if he'll move over to shortstop. Looks at a strike. And a pop-up in foul territory, and down goes Bagian to the first baseman. So that's one down. Dylan Zadunik, or Zadunik, excuse me, stepping in now for Aiden Jabara. So Aiden, pitch outside for a ball with one down and a man at first. Jabara went 1 for 2, or check that, 1 for 3. Was on an error and then scored. That was in the second inning. Pitches up high for ball 2. struck out looking in the 4th inning and then had that nice double into the gap in right center field, taking that curveball the other way. And this one's fouled down the right field line and out of play. 2-1. And then scored. So 2 runs in, 2 runs batted in, 2 runs scored, and a double. Deuces wild for Aiden Jabara today. Breaking ball in for a strike. 2-2 now to Zadunik. 2-2. Man at first is Dan Lockery, and he swings and misses. And down goes Zadunik. Madden Otko stays in the ball game, and he is 0 for 1. Had a sacrifice fly, RBI in the 2nd inning. And this one bounces off of Sawyer, and Lockery goes down to 2nd on that wild pitch. So 3rd wild pitch of the inning for Ranieri. Second time that Otko's faces Ranieri. Looks at strike 1. 1-1 with 2 down. 11-0 in favor of the Pirates. Look out. This one comes all the way back at us on the wild pitch. And that's the 4th wild pitch of this inning. So it's 2-1 to the kid from Notre Dame High School. He just walked the graduation stage last week at Notre Dame High School. Fastball. Look out, Madden. As that ball was swung on a missed. Or was it? Not a swing? Called it a ball? Okay. And anyway, the ball got away from Sawyer. And so in to score is Dan Lockery to make it 12-0.
Okay, he did call strike.
Okay. So it's 3-2. I believe that Otko swung at that. And now, whether he swung at it or not, it's called strike 3. No RBI for Otko on that one, who was almost in the way of Dan Lockery coming in to score. So 2 strikeouts for Ranieri to end the 7th inning. But 3 more runs come in, and the score is 12-0 in favor of the Pirates over the Philippines. And a big, booming 2-run blast. Instead of 3-run blast.
It was a 2-run blast by Man.
2-run blast by Man. That's right, 2-run blast because we had an RBI single by Brody Brown to knock in Jackson Benatar. And then 3 wild pitches and a walk scored Dan Lockery.
Now, I believe that if the Philippines don't score at least 3 runs, they'll call mercy rule.
Yeah, we'll see.
They did that at Mont.
Oh, they did?
El
Okay.
Camino. So they might call mercy rule. Yeah, I literally heard him say ball after that. I literally heard him say ball after that wild pitch.
Okay.
So I don't know what the deal is.
So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 7th inning stretch time here at Pierce College, with the Pirates leading the Philippines 12-0.
Yeah, I heard him say ball. I heard him say no.
I wasn't coming over.
Okay.
You got the changes?
as they came up, the defensive changes, or
I'm not worried about that too much.
yeah, I saw him come up. So
Yeah. Good. So,
Yeah.
And again, there's straight changes in those spots.
okay,
Defensively, our team's at short now instead of Omar. Quint is back at second base.
okay,
Madden's back at third. Brody, who hit for Andrews behind the dish.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Did you get that? Got Madden at third still. Cisneros is out. Artine Bagian is now at short. And then, who's the second? Is it still Melendrez? Sean Mann is out for his next inning of work. And uh-oh, look out. As Enrico Sarmiento comes in and looks at a ball up and in. Bottom of the seventh. Hope your seventh inning stretch was good. Swing and a miss. Sarmiento wanted to hit that one to La Crescenta. It's 1-1. Mann pitching out of the stretch, even though this is the leadoff hitter for the bottom of the seventh. Fastball in for a strike. Franco Sarmiento, then Ben Sawyer follow Enrico Sarmiento. Brody Brown catching Sean Mann right now after pinch hitting for Andrew Buglino. Two and two now to Sarmiento. And down goes Sarmiento. Couldn't find that fastball. And Sean Mann has himself another strikeout. His third inning of work. Franco Sarmiento checking in. He wears number 37. And plays first base. Number 38 is Enrico. That's the only way you can really tell them apart. And it's 1-1. Sarmiento is 0 for 1, had a walk. And he looks at ball 2. 2-1. Had a walk and then bounced out to second back in the fourth inning. But in the second inning, when Sarmiento, actually that was Jack Kurtz, who started the game in front of Sarmiento. Here comes the 2-1. And that's up high. 3-1. Stefan Leo hit a fly ball into right field. And it was caught, and Kurtz tagged and tried to score. Ball up high, and that's a one-out walk for Sarmiento. So David D'Amico points out that this is the first base runner since the second inning. The walk by Coscoyello. That brings up Ben Sawyer. Finishing up that story, a perfect strike. Couldn't have thrown it any more perfect. Camacho to Buglino. And all Kurtz could do is just stand there, pretty much run into and shake hands with Andrew Buglino. It's 0-1 with one out right now. And Franco Sarmiento, at first. Ball is out of the strike zone, 1-1. Sawyer is 1 for 2. Had a base hit back in the second inning and struck out in the fourth. Sarmiento with a nice lead, being held on by Jesse Gadd. Back at first base. Mann, on the stretch, looks at Sarmiento. Here's the pitch, and that's grounded to second. Could be two. Melendez over to Bagian, over to Gadd, 4-6-3. And that'll do it in the seventh inning on the double play. Nicely turned. Ground ball hit to Melendez, and then he flipped it over to Artine Bagian, who threw a strike to Jesse Gadd. So 3 batters faced by Sean Mann in that inning, although a runner does reach first base. So 14 batters in between base runners. For the Philippines. So 14 straight outs. That's some good defense, some good pitching. As we go to the top of the 8th inning, Pirates holding a 12-0 lead over the Philippines. Yeah.
Pascal moves from right to pitch.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, Costco, yeah, Jack Costcoler.
Is Coscoyela is pitching?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jack. Not Pascal, Costco, the other.
Jack Coscoyela comes and takes over on the mound for Jaden Ranieri and Ethan Lobaton. And he'll face the top of the order. Jovan Camacho, then Quentin Landis, and Jesse Gadd. And Coscoyela is just getting the ball and playing catch with his catcher. Look out. That foul ball went over towards the dugout, and there really is no net over there for the dugout. This one is fouled off again, 1-2 still. Camacho is 1 for 3 with a walk, had an RBI single back in the 6th inning. Ground ball to short. De Vera picks it up and slings it across to Sarmiento for the out. 6-3 on the put out, and that'll bring up Landis. Landis today is 2 for 3 with 2 RBI and a stolen base. Fouls the first pitch off. So 1 out. And a 1-1 count to Quentin Landis. Landis also has a stolen base today, so he's been pretty busy. 2-1 now to Quint. Smashes it to shortstop. 1 hop to Devera and throws it across. He hit it hard, but right at Devera at shortstop. So 6-3 on the put out there. So 2 down. And that will bring up Jesse Gadd. Jesse is on the outside of the toy store looking in. He's 0 for 4. Now he hits this ball into right center field and drops in for a base hit. Yeah, well, 0 for 4. He got his first hit of the day. He's jumping out. He's having his own parade out there at first base. He was the only Pirate not to reach base until just now. He finally got entrance into the party. First pitch to Benatar is in for a strike. So that's the 12th hit for the Pirates. 12 runs on 12 hits. Now Jesse Gadd is feeling his oats. He's got a nice lead out there. And it's 2-1 now to Benatar. 2-2. Gadd with a big lead there, and the ball is in the dirt. Nice stop by Ben Sawyer. So it's 3-2 with 2 down and a runner at first. There he goes. Pitch is bounced on a high hop to Devera, and he can't make the throw. He makes the throw, but it's too late. So an infield hit for Benatar. Jesse Gadd advances to second, and that'll bring up Brody Brown. Brown had an RBI single way back in the 7th inning. Seems like a long time ago. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1 to Brody, so he's 1 for 1. Before that, Andrew Berglino was 1 for 3 with a run scored. So 0-2, 2 down, 2 runners on. Breaking ball is in the dirt. Another nice stop. 1-2. Fastball on the outside part of the plate, and Brown fouls it off. So we'll reset. Jesse Gadd is at second, Jackson Benatar at first. And ball is in the dirt. Another good stop by Sawyer. And it's 3-2. Fouled again. Still remains 3-2. 12 runs on 13 hits for the Pirates, no runs on 2 hits for the Philippines. This one's bounced to second, picked up by Sarmiento, and he steps on the bag at second, and that'll do it. That's the 3rd out. On the force play, 4 unassisted, gets Jackson Benatar. Brody Brown on the fielder's choice, but that was the 3rd out of the inning. So no runs on 2 hits and 2 men left for the Pirates going into the bottom of the 8th inning, with the Pirates leading the Philippines 12-0.
We got a new pitcher on the mound.
Is that Jake Schwartz? Maybe.
Yeah, I think I saw 14.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, I got 3 innings pitched, no runs, no hits, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Okay. Jake Schwartz on the mound now for the Pirates in the bottom of the 8th inning. And a breaking pitch is outside. So fly out to center field and Dan Lockery. And down goes De Vera. That was Drew De Vera, the left fielder. Now it's Jack Coscoyella, who's now pitching for the Philippines. And he's 0 for 1 with a walk. This is only his 3rd at bat. Looks at strike 1. And it's 1-1 to Coscoyella. $12 to nothing in favor of the Pirates. Getting a lot of work in today. 2-1. That one stayed out of the strike zone. 3-1. Schwartz working quick as well. This one's lined to Otko. Coscoyella hit it hard, but right into the glove of Madden Otko. So 1 down. And that'll bring up the top of the order and Stefan Leo. Schwartz finds the outside corner for strike 1. Going to College of the Canyons. Swing and a miss by Leo. 0-2. Ball is low, so 2 down. 1-2 count. Jake Schwartz looking to strike out Stefan Leo. Fastball in the same part of the outside corner, but just a little outside. So it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. And down on strikes goes Leo. And Jake Schwartz comes in like a Tasmanian devil and just blows everybody away real quick. 1, 2, 3 again. Go the Philippines. One strikeout for Schwartz in his 1 inning of work. And we'll go to the top of the 9th inning with the Pirates leading the Philippines 12-0.
Let's see, so when it was 11-1 when the Bucks took the lead against the Sliders at El Camino, and they called mercy rule in 7th. So
Oh, yeah?
they're letting this one play out.
I guess so. Why not?
Yeah.
So, yeah, 1 base runner in 14 straight. But then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 innings of just the three base runners, or 3 batters.
All right, so it looks like Schwartz steps up to the plate now, and they'll pitch hit for man.
Okay. Jake Schwartz coming in the top of the 9th inning. And he pinch hits for man, and this is a fly ball. Center fielder Stefan Leo puts that away. So Sean Mann with a big 2-run home run. And then an infield hit came around to score, struck out twice, and then came in and sawed through the Philippine batting order, giving up only a walk. And then the double play, so still faced the minimum amount of batters. And Dan Lockery steps in now. Coscoyella is pitching very fast. It's already 1-2. Here goes. Swing and a miss. And down goes Dan Lockery. So that'll bring up Artin Bagian, or number 12. That's Artin Bagian. Artin Bagian. In his second at bat. 0 for 1, popped foul to the first baseman. And looks at a strike. Ground ball to third along the line. Backhanded by Pascal, and a nice throw across. 5-3. On the putout. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. They must be tired after 13 hits and 12 runs. As we go to the bottom of the 9th inning, last call for the Philippines. They trail the Pirates 12-0.
28 is now up to pitch. That is
Walter Quinn.
Walter Quinn.
Bottom of the ninth inning for the Philippines. They'll send up Thad Miller, Elijah Pascal, and Devon De Vera against Walter Quinn. Side armor, throws a strike. Quinn normally a starter, but the game this long are already, well, about 2.5 hours long. And a swing and a miss, 0-2. Quinn getting in some work. Doubleheader scheduled for Saturday, and 3 pitches and 1 out. One down in the bottom of the ninth, and that brings up Elijah Pascal. Just throwing strikes, 0-1. Ground ball over the mound, picked up by Melendrez, throws it across and throws it wildly to Jesse Gadd. So an error on the second baseman. And a base runner. A rare sighting for the Philippines, a base runner. They've only had 1 base runner since the second inning, and he was doubled off on a 4-6-3. So Jesse Gadd holding on Pascal and Devon De Vera. Swings at strike 1. With 1 down, so the Pirates could end it on a double play and still face the minimum amount of batters for 6 innings. Strike 2. De Vera is 0 for 2 with a walk. Swings and misses, and down goes De Vera. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Walter Quinn. Jake Schwartz went 1 inning. No runs, no hits, 1 strikeout, 11 pitches. Slings a fastball, and that gets by Brody Brown. So a wild pitch. Sends Pascal to second. Here comes the 1-0 with 2 outs and a called strike. 1-1 to De Vera. Or check that. That's Sarmiento, Enrico Sarmiento. And that's fouled back. Now this is match point for the Philippines. One and two, 2 down. Bottom of the ninth, the runner at second. Quinn throws, strike 3 called. So Walter Quinn strikes out the side to end the game. And the Pirates win their 7th game against 1 loss, 7-1, with a big 12-0 win over the Philippine team. So 12 runs on 13 hits, no errors, 1 error, 1 in the bottom of the ninth there for the Pirates, or for the Pirates. No runs on 2 hits, and I believe 2 errors on the Pirates. Just want to check that and see. 1, 2. 2 errors for the Pirates. So a 2-hitter thrown by the Pirates. They didn't give up a hit after the 7th inning when Ben Sawyer had a single back in the 2nd inning, and that was it. And then the Pirate pitchers gave up only 2 base runners after the 3rd inning. And at one point, 14 in a row put down by Pirate pitching. Then a walk ended that string, but a double play kept it at the minimum. And then only one extra batter, one base runner, reached and ended up there. That was in the bottom of the 9th inning. Other than that, it was 19 batters faced after the 2nd inning. So a whale of a game by the Pirates, very impressive. And they win this one 12-0. And our pitcher of the game, Dave, who do you think that should be? We had Aiden Melendez. Yuki Sakani actually came in and just slammed the door. He's my pick, really.
I would pick Sakana.
And then Sean Mann came in and threw lights out as well, but it was Yuji who really set the stage after Aiden Melendez came on and didn't allow any runs, but still 2 hits and struck out 1. So Yuji Sakani is our flame of the game, brought to you by Jimmy Flame. And if you need artwork or anything else, for the hottest deals in graphic design, visit flamesthename.com. That's flames with a sizzling S, thename.com. And then our player of the game, our offensive player, man, who do you select there with 12 runs scored? Sean Mann with a 2-run home run. That pretty much sunk the ship. Then Aiden Jabara had the big 2-run double. Quint Landis had a big 2-run double. But Sean Mann, he had a 2-run home run, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. So just barely eking out Aiden Jabbar, who had a 2-run double and then scored on the error. So going to have to say, let's see, anybody else have more than 2 runs scored? I don't think so. No. But Sean Mann, he'll be our player of the game, with a 2-run home run, an infield single, and a run scored. So 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs for Sean Mann. Well, I want to thank you very much for joining us from L.A. Pierce College. And just keep watching the YouTube channel and our Instagram and Facebook for post-game interviews. And it's VC Pirates Baseball, our Instagram handles and our Facebook handles, and also the Twitter handle. So, for David D'Amico and the rest of the crew, I'm Lou Stowers saying once again the final score from L.A. Pierce College, the VC Pirates 7-1 now after a big 12-0 win over the Philippines. Until Saturday, let's get the date for you. Saturday, June 17th, a doubleheader against the San Diego Grind at LA Valley College. And we'll see you then. Until then, so long.